What is Valinity?
Valinity is what DeFi was truly meant to be. It's the best alternative to traditional banking. Instead of holding depreciating fiat currencies like traditional banks do, Valinity's reserves are made out of the strongest assets in the world, which are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and gold. By holding V, Valinity's token, you're a partial owner of the decentralized bank-like ecosystem, where you benefit directly from the appreciation of the assets in our reserve, interest from loans, transaction fees, and capital inflow. All this directly impacts the price of Valinity.
What are the main advantages that set Valinity apart from other projects?
The first major advantage is that by just holding V, you're actually holding the different multiple assets that are in the Valinity reserve. Look at this reserve like it's the Valinity's community decentralized portfolio. V directly benefits from the different assets in its portfolio. For example, assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum help it grow during bull markets, and assets like gold help it sustain its growth during bear markets. And since every single transaction is actually acquiring more assets to back V, it's continuously outpacing other assets. The second major advantage of Valinity is that by holding V, you're able to access collateral loans without no due dates or risk of liquidation. We're very proud of this because Valinity is the first and only ecosystem that provides these kind of loans. The reason that you have no risk of liquidation is that what you're actually accessing is the backing of Valinity. So even if the market drops, you have no risk of you're going to get liquidated from your V, something that's happened to me and various other people many times with other protocols. And meanwhile, the ecosystem keeps acquiring additional assets. You're able to refinance your loans and access even further liquidity. There's also a unique advantage. For example, let's say you have a loan tied to Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin drops, your loan is actually, or your debt is actually at a lower rate. You're able to pay back that loan and go to gold and access even further liquidity. These loans are great because they lower the selling pressure in the market that positively impacts Valinity's price.
How does Valinity work?
Valinity is built 100% on smart contracts. It starts with users acquiring Valinity on Uniswap, which is the world's biggest decentralized exchange. When Valinity hits a certain price point, it triggers a sell from the Valinity acquisition treasury. The liquidity of the sell is used to acquire the assets that we want, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and gold, and lock them in the Valinity reserve treasury. Only holders can access these assets by taking loans collateralizing their V tokens in the Valinity collateral treasury. The interest from these loans are charged from the collateralized V and sent back to the Valinity acquisition treasury along with all transaction fees to be resold and acquire even more assets. As you can see, this cycle of reinvestment continuously acquires more assets to keep growing and backing V. It's a closed circuit based 100% on smart contracts that cannot be tampered with.
What issues is Valinity solving?
Valinity is actually resolving many issues we face with traditional banks today. So for example, when you use a traditional bank, you're holding fiat currency, which is devaluating thanks to hyperinflation. While in Valinity, you're holding strong performing assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and gold. And when we want to add another asset into our portfolio, we can do so through a governance vote. And if our community chooses to, it will start acquiring that asset into our portfolio as well. Another problem we face today is that banks charge you interest and transaction fees that go directly to corporate profit. While in Valinity, the interest from loans and transaction fees go directly to the valuation of V, benefiting all participants equally. As you may know, traditional banks grapple with human error, like over-leveraged loans or misconduct, that can lead to denial of user funds or even losing them completely. Valinity being based 100% on smart contracts and being 100% decentralized means that no government or third party has access to your funds. It's a completely trustless ecosystem. As well, transferring money internationally with banks is very difficult, slow, and expensive. They're also closed on weekends and holidays. Valinity being on the Ethereum blockchain, it means it has no downtime. It's accessible by anyone, anywhere, anytime, being able to transfer money internationally within seconds.
With so many crypto security issues, how can users trust Valinity?
Security and decentralization is our main priority. That's why we partnered up with Iterate, which is one of the best developing companies based out of California. After Valinity was finished and developed, we wanted to make sure that it was secure as possible. That's why we referred to CoinMarketCap and saw that the biggest companies out there like USDT, XRP, Crypto.com, and even Binance Chain are all audited by CertTech, the leading auditing firm. As you can see, CertTech has audited and verified all the Valinity smart contracts and puts us in the top 10% in security and potential, since our whole ecosystem is based on smart contracts that cannot be changed or removed.
What is Valinity's main objective?
Our main goal is to promote and grow decentralization. I personally truly believe that through decentralization, we're able to solve many of the issues we face today, like politics, wars, injustice, and especially inequality. We hope by showing how Valinity uses decentralization to solve many of the financial issues we have today, we encourage others to adopt decentralization as well.